Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. What took us so long? Bro, we're live on the Wave of Love Festival.
Hey Bobby,
Yeah, man. 18
we got
months, huh?
here.
We,
We got here.
yeah, and I pride myself on being on time, but after 18 months, I guess pre-show, 5 minutes late is not so bad, right? So, hey, congratulations, bro. Your vision's coming to life. Uh, Mind blowing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this morning, a crazy idea that I had a while ago, and to make this actually happen, as I said to a friend last night, this is like a dream that I once had, coming true, and yourself especially, and then all the musicians and so many people in support of that dream has been really, really mind blowing.
It has been, and I was trying to think while we're going through the home stretch of the past week. I don't remember when you called me and ran the idea by me, but it's got to be
September, it's a year ago.
it's a year ago already, huh?
It's a year ago.
Wow. Which hey, by the way, this month is 10 years that you and I met, and so happy anniversary,
Mhm.
honey. Promote the Music was born on September 24th, and Wolf Entertainment was such a big part of that. So I had to be a big part of this, and here we are. And thank you for that privilege and opportunity, and to work with your artists. It's a mind expanding experience. I'll leave it at that. Right?
Yeah,
Amazing.
well, as I said to you many times, it would have been absolutely impossible to do this without you. And
Or
I remember a year
somebody.
ago when no,
Yeah.
no, it would have to, in my world, it would have to be you. And I remember a year ago sitting in this garden of a friend of mine having a drink, and this whole epiphany of, wow, actually can do it already. For 10 years, I thought I
Yeah.
don't have what it takes to do this. And suddenly I said, well, I already have what it takes to do this. And that's when I called you and said, hey, you want to help me do this because I can't do it without you. And so I'm so incredibly grateful you there with me every step on the way and beyond. I mean, you haven't slept. You're dealing with artists who are always late or a lot late, driving you crazy. So you
Oh,
have been totally amazing.
well, at the time I said yes, and I don't think I said yes immediately, but probably within a few weeks. But I had no bloody idea how we were going to pull this off. And because to connect the dots globally, different locations, um, is I'd never done it at that level before. So quite an opportunity. So for those of you guys joining us, hey, welcome to Wave of Love Festival. We're going uncharted waters for all of us, and is it going to be a perfect 24-hour stream? I don't know. It depends how good the coffee is. I guess I'm not sure, but hey, Helmut, why don't you share? What people can expect today, because we're going to start at the top of the hour if everything goes well with our first guest. There's three components to this, right? I mean, it's live, videos, pre-recorded live. So talk to that and why, and then we can talk about the artists that are going to be appearing over the next 24 hours.
Well, look, it's as you know, it's been incredibly uh, testing to put this together because of the whole global situation around COVID and venues, and you can't book venues, and you can book venues, and then you can't book them, and then you can't go in or you can't go out, and you can't have friends, and you can't even get your band together for rehearsal. So we dealt with changes like this really daily and by the hour. And so it was just simply not possible for us to do every concert, a live concert. And at some point, it became clear that because of the whole situation going on, we couldn't do that. And we decided, no, we don't want to postpone again because we postponed May 8th because of COVID.
Yes.
And so we spoke to the artist and said, can you do a live recording as if it's happening live? So some of the performances uh, will be live, really live, and some of the performances will be half live, half video, and some of the performances are pre-recorded video, but often you don't really know because they have really, you know, recorded it to the camera as being part of the festival.
Right.
So we're going like this. We're still going around the world, and in some crazy way, it still has the idea of the wave of music going around the world. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's people in North America because you're in Europe and we're starting in New Zealand, right? Just like New Year's Eve, and we're gonna do the domino effect across the world. Why don't you touch base? I think you know the curriculum pretty much by heart because you created it. Talk about how we start in New Zealand, how we sweep the country, and give us a little overview of the artists and how amazing they are because they are truly amazing.
So we're starting with Freeze in New Zealand. Freeze has been with the Wolf Entertainment almost 9 years, close to that.
Really?
Rapper, great lady.
Yes.
And she has a whole family of rappers in New Zealand happening who are connected to her. And some of them will also come to the show tonight. Then we're going to Melbourne, Alejandro Adams. Ali is very personal mate. I lived years in Melbourne. We played in the same band and stuff. So, and Ali had so many different things set up, concerts in various venues. I mean, for a year he worked around this thing, and finally, because of the lockdown, he did what you will see. Um, and then Benjamin Balangari came in last minute because the Mason boys had to drop out because of COVID. So Benjamin did
Yeah.
the
Amazing.
recording for us from his studio, which I'm
Fun
really
recording
happy
too.
about.
Amazing
Yes, and
artist and in his environment. I think people are going to be thrilled about that. So continue.
yeah,
Yeah, I just
I cried when I watched Ben's video of this. It's
well,
so heartful, beautiful.
well,
And
you
then we're
got a
going
human
to
connection. You got such a human connection with
well,
these
I
artists, and
adopted him. Yeah, I adopted Ben because his father died when he was 12, and he told me this once. I said, I'll adopt you. So now I'm also part of an Aboriginal tribe because
wow.
he's an Aboriginal person. Then we're going to what was the idea was Korea, but COVID killed Korea completely, and Kang Won Kim, and I'm so sad he is not
Yeah.
on the show this time. Hopefully next time. And then we flew in Relentless Beyond Reality from Texas in their time slot. So
Right.
they also came through with a last minute production, which for which I'm really grateful. And Katie and Tia, they're a rap couple. They have been with me also for almost 10 years, so they're very dear friends as well.
Wow.
And
Well,
then we're
bless.
going to Malaysia, and that's a common culture
Yeah.
and smoky
Amazing.
and
Just amazing music.
amazing, amazing, amazing. So he's actually already in LA now, but we recorded this when he was still in Malaysia, so that kind
Okay.
of counts for Malaysia. And
Beautiful.
then we're going to South Africa, no, Moscow. So we've got
Moscow.
Victor Lezchenko in Moscow.
Yeah.
Victor is an amazing musician, bass player,
Is he
producer.
incredible? Yeah, and
Love his
this
music.
I
Yeah,
love. I never honestly, I'd heard of him, but I'd never heard his music, and I was so pleasantly surprised by. I think people would be thrilled to discover artists like that through Wolf Entertainment label right here. So yeah,
yeah, and also he's got 4 beautiful albums, really wonderful music.
cool.
So then we're going to South Africa, but Oscar T, who is from South Africa, got stuck in Venezuela because
Yeah,
of visa reasons to go back to South Africa. So we're bringing him from Venezuela.
what a story to
In,
get him here, bro. Maybe
no,
I think we need to praise these guys. They bad internet, electricity going down. I mean, they're fighting it. They're fighting it to the 11th hour, and yet they got the job done.
they're making it happen. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And same with the next star child, Abdul from Nigeria, from Wafa label, and you know what they were up against,
Yeah.
and they also delivered a great, great show.
Yes.
And then we're bringing in Peter Iruk from, no, yeah, Peter Iruk from
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Some trance, some EDM, and then we're going to into Rockland from Sweden, Rebel Gel. Can't wait to see them. I
Yeah,
don't know if I can see them because they play right before us, so
you're right.
I'll
Well,
be
you
just
that's why we have
I'll see it
archives,
after.
bro. That's why.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I'll
we
watch
catch
it
the
after.
archives.
And then we're going to Lightning Willie in what was is the London time slot, but
Yeah,
he's actually performing from LA.
yeah, Hollywood.
And
Oh,
then
wow.
and then going to Venezuela. Two
Again,
absolutely wonderful metal bands, Sick
unbelievable.
Feel and Grand Bite.
Yeah,
Um, really cool. Then we're going to New York and George Johnson. I'm so happy we have George with us to have some jazz in the program because
right.
I think it's so important the diversity of what we're actually doing, all the different music, and to have the jazz in the show. I'm really happy. And Rafael Picorelli,
Yes.
um, he does Spanish guitar kind of stuff. Really, really beautiful. And then we're going to um, Annie Minogue. And
Yes.
Annie Minogue is a great
Amazing
Americana rock
rocker.
band.
Poof,
Then going
amazing.
to Houston, Texas, and that's Dorian Paul, Robert Minot, and Angeli
Yeah.
live from Houston.
Live.
Yeah, and then we're going to Skip Martin from Las Vegas. And then we're going to One Gun in Phoenix. And then we're going to Moral Decay, Los Angeles, and we finish up in Vancouver with
Yeah.
Henry Brown, H.B. Wild.
Angry. Yeah, some people may not have heard these names, but just for example, folks, you're listening in, Skip Martin, Las Vegas, we're going to have a good time and we're going to celebrate, with Kool and the Gang in the past. I mean, there's some big names. I don't know all the history behind all the artists, but you guys are going to be thrilled when you see these people performing at the level they are right here on Wave of Love Festival. And Hellmut, you said something key. Wave of Love Festival is for everybody with a heart, but it's not for those who are just stuck with one music genre because we're mixing it up, man. We're
That's for sure.
really
That's for sure.
mixing it up, and there's some heavy stuff, and there's some beautiful jazz, some R&B. This I just love the mix that you brought here. So I'll be here for the entire 24 hours. You got to
Yeah,
count
me
on
too.
it.
Yes. If you're not there, nothing is there.
Yeah. Well, I want to make we're live, and again, unprecedented, uncharted waters. At times the streams may get disconnected. We've done everything humanly possible in preparation for the last 7 months to 6 months to make sure that if the stream goes down, at least you'll be notified, and just hang around. Just hang around the YouTube channel until we reconnect. Like I may be live, but we may be disconnected with a live act. That can happen. The internet is complicated, guys, and so tolerance, lots of love. If things don't go as smoothly as we expect it, I want to pre-frame it. I'm expecting smooth sailing. So let me see. Yeah, and we have an ambassador, really cool ambassador. Do you want to talk about that a little bit about who's
Yeah.
introducing the
Um,
artist?
first of all, I would like to thank all the different charities that have picked up on the idea and
Yeah,
kind of associated with us. And there's so much, call it love, call it positive energy, call it goodwill, call it goodness, whatever you want to call it. But there's so much of that happening around this project that I'm just really blown away. And then, yes, so we have Teddy and his friends, and Teddy is actually the creator of Teddy Jason. Um, he's creating a uh, animated TV series for emotional intelligence for children.
yeah,
And how
amazing.
beautiful is that? And that so
Oof.
much goes with our theme of more love, because I mean, imagine if all the kids are being taught when they're young how to be emotionally intelligent, things
Dude,
change.
seriously.
So
Yeah.
it's a wonderful, wonderful project, and I'm really happy and proud to be part of it, and that we can introduce Teddy to the world through the Wave of Love Festival.
Yeah, beautiful, and people get a little taste. So, yeah. So, Teddy, thank you, because Teddy went the extra mile, man, to make this happen. And,
Yeah.
where he was, the internet was down after the big storm in the Northeast, the hurricane that went through, no internet. And they had to produce what you guys are going to see, and then uploaded huge files with no internet, very challenging, but they pulled it off, and that's a lot of heart energy, bro. I mean, a lot of people would have thrown in the towel and say, hey, the heck with this, man. But yeah, so that helped me a little
Yeah,
bit to see those.
like yourself, you were like, okay, September 8th, I want to have all the material in, and we were like still scrambling yesterday.
I was still working at 2 this morning, man, to put things together because of internet connection. I mean, how long did it take for the group in Nigeria to just upload their concert video? It
It
was
was a good 12 hours.
Isn't that amazing? Folks,
Yeah.
if you have good internet, pinch yourself because some people in the world are not that privileged. Imagine, I was thinking when they're uploading this huge file, and it's such an amazing performance, I was hoping, I hope the internet doesn't time out and then they have to re-upload for another 12
I
hours, man.
know, I
Because I've been through
know.
that in Brazil over the years. No fun, man. No fun.
And
So hats off.
Alejandro Adams was uploading his video, and it was three times at 90, after like hours and hours and hours, it stopped at 99%. They had to cut up the video into 3 bits and then re-upload all of the length of what people went through to make this happen and be part of it is just amazing on all levels. So
Yeah.
amazing.
History in the making. Well, this is the first one, and the first one is
Mm.
the testing ground. But maybe you can share what your big vision is for the future, if not next year in year 3, but I think next year it's going to grow. So share with the fans, the music lover, and most important, not the most important, as important to the artist who want to be part of it next year, how big you want to go with Wave of Love Festival. It blows my mind.
Look, ultimately, I would like it to be an ongoing wave because we need that love energy in our world. We spend so much energy and time on crap that
Yeah.
it's completely ridiculous, and it feels like okay, we need almost an ongoing wave of love to clean out the crap that's going on and just keep that going. But to be a bit more realistic, if we can at some point, I would love to do it at football stadium and just make a really big wave. So I get a bit goosebumps now. So it just, I know we're just a little wave right now, but hopefully it can grow and then we see where we go from here. I'm just so incredibly thrilled and happy and proud that we're doing it this time, or that we're actually doing this
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing
the
it.
way it is at the moment. And then we see where it goes the next year or the year after. We don't know. I don't know, but I would love it to clean our reality. It's just, and music is, I think, is the way to do it. I mean,
There's
you
no
can
question.
argue about that,
No question.
many different ways, but music is a good way.
Well, the music's the foundation for emotional intelligence. I mean, when I go through tough times, music has always been there for me and kept me going through the tough time. And, it's a ripple effect. And look at the ripple effect of a year ago to what we're going to all experience today, including you and I. The good, the bad, and the ugly, but hopefully it'll be all good. And so for the music lovers, ripple effect. You know how the ripple effect happens? Is by you sharing, liking, telling people about the stream today. If you're catching any part of it, and in the near future, we'll have the archive, in the weeks to come. Share, share, share. That's how we create the ripple effect between now and next year. So it's teamwork, music lover, artist, promoters, PR firms, and you've had some amazing PR people behind the scenes. We got a few minutes before we pull in Freeze from New Zealand. Why don't you share the people who have championed the cause from behind the scenes?
Well, very much Greg Cockrell, who is a dear friend of mine, and he lives in Jersey. He is like one of the top journalists. He got an Emmy and stuff like this. So he has been very, very supportive. And then, of course, Lance Britt, who runs the uh, Across the Canvas Productions, and he runs a small TV show, and he works with models and also racing track. We actually have a
A clip
video
from,
later on in the show from
yeah.
that. So Lance has been really wonderful, and there are many others, of course, yourself, and so
Well,
yeah.
And my mother.
Oh, by the way, also Alessandro Ciccioni from Europe indie music chart. They're actually streaming the whole show live.
Yeah, and we encourage you guys to restream. If you look down below in
Hmm.
the YouTube window, you can grab the URL. I'm streaming on Bobby D Live, tgwn.online. I'm streaming there as well. You can grab the link or the HTML code in real time and repost and share and share, share. Now, you did allude to the Mason boys who were on the venue originally, but because of the shutdown in Australia, they couldn't make it. But they did something special, right? They sent a little greeting, and I'd like to play that. We'll come right back, and then we're going to queue up Freeze to come in. But Freeze, hold on. Don't jump in yet till I tell you, all right? But let's play that clip from the Mason boys, all right? Be right back.
Hi, I'm Clint.
And I'm Kush.
I'm Huck.
And I'm Pete, and we're the Mason Boys from Melbourne, Australia. We were so looking forward to being part of the Wave of Love Festival on September 18, but unfortunately, due to COVID, we're unable to get together as a band and be part of the show. We'd like to thank Hellmut from Wolf Entertainment for putting on this year's festival, and hopefully we'll be part of a bigger and better festival in 2022. Good luck to all the artists at this year's festival, and we'll be watching from Australia. Rock on, the Mason
Thanks,
Boys.
guys. Have fun.
So, bro, we'll give everybody a taste of our Goodwill ambassador, Teddy'sFriends.tv, who's going to be introducing all the artists, starting with Freeze. So, Freeze, you're listening in, so give us a few minutes. And when you see the on standby screen, and folks, just know that we have to make transition, go to New Zealand, pull in Freeze. So there could be a few minutes of transition before we pull her in, but stay right with us because we're going to make it happen live with Freeze in a few minutes. Hellmut Wolf and Freeze, and I'll be doing my things behind the scene. Have a great day. Have great concerts. Enjoy. Crank the volume. Play it on your big screen. Invite your friends. Open the beverages. This is the Wave of Love Festival. We'll see you in a few minutes. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here and introduce all these awesome artists. The first amazing artist to kick off the Wave of Love Festival and spread the love is Freeze from Taronga, New Zealand. She is one of the hardest working hip hop artists in the Southern Hemisphere. Booyah!